one XXL women's shirt with blood stains on it on April 22nd. The Dry Clean Supercenter reached out to police that same day.
Midlothian police are investigating the possible murder of a woman at Creekside Church.
Police are still busy trying to catch her killer. Warrants released today confirm what News 8 has heard from multiple sources.
Just after 4 a.m., a figure slowly walks through the empty halls of Creekside Church of Christ in Midlothian, Texas. Dressed in police tactical gear and holding a hammer, this person moves like they own the building. No one is there yet, but a half hour later, their paths cross with Terri, Missy Bevers. And what happens next will shock a small Texas town.
Midlothian police are investigating the possible murder of a woman at Creekside Church. Officers were called to that church around 5 o'clock this morning after someone noticed an unresponsive woman. Officers found signs of forced entry in the woman's body inside. Crime scene specialists are still there as the investigation's ongoing. We don't yet know the identity of the woman found there.
Missy Bevers, 45, was a fitness instructor and the mother of 3 daughters. She grew up in Jacksboro, Texas, later moving to Red Oak, south of Dallas. Missy led early morning Camp Gladiator boot camps, often teaching in churches, parking lots, and football fields. That morning, a spring rainstorm forced her to move her 5 a.m. class inside the church, a simple decision that would be fatal. At around 4:18 a.m., Missy arrives at the church, carrying her fitness equipment inside. Meanwhile, the suspect, wearing a helmet, gloves, and tactical gear, has already been wandering the halls for nearly 30 minutes. They break windows, test doors, move through the building like a hunter, and then Missy appears. Investigators describe the killer as standing between 5'2" and 5'7", slightly heavyset, moving with a distinct gait, possibly due to an injury in the right leg, wearing police tactical gear that obscures face and gender. Police stress the suspect's gender cannot be determined from the video. By 5 a.m., Missy's students arrived. Instead of fitness class, they discovered her lifeless body. Multiple puncture wounds to the head and the chest confirms the brutality of the attack. Despite the violent murder, nothing was stolen. 4 days later, Missy's father-in-law, Randy Bevers, brought a blood-stained white shirt to the local dry cleaner.
We go on the air at 6 o'clock. We continue to follow breaking news tonight out of Midlothian.
Now, we've gotten an explanation from Randy Bevers, the father-in-law of Missy Bevers, after a search warrant shows police seized his property from a dry cleaner. Gilma Avalos live in Midlothian this evening with all the newest information.
Yeah, Doug and Kaylee, according to the search warrant, Midlothian police have seized a woman's white shirt, size XXL, that Missy Bevers' father-in-law allegedly took to a local dry cleaner just on Friday. This appears to be a copy of that receipt. You can see the description here. It says pullover, animal blood, red, all over white. Now, Randy Beaver, as well as his son, just has been in the police station here behind me. They're inside of that police station right now. According to detectives, Randy Bevers took 4 shirts to the dry cleaner, 3 shirts described as men's shirts, 1 XXL women's shirt with blood stains on it on April 22nd. The Dry Clean Supercenter reached out to police that same day. The clerk said that Bevers had explained the stains on the white shirt came from, quote, animal blood. Now, our team spoke to Randy Bevers himself. He says he was aware that police seized that shirt. He explained the blood is animal blood. A family dog, he says, a Chihuahua, was involved in a fight with another dog, and he was wearing the shirt at the time. He says he has provided police with a statement, and his son briefly explained the situation just outside of the police station for us.
It's a Chihuahua? Right. He got in a dog fight. That's all I'm going to say. I got to get some water, guys.
Very quick statement from him. In addition, a top law enforcement official told CBS 11 authorities are leaning towards believing the blood did in fact come from an animal. This is very important to note. Police have not released the names of any suspects at this time. In fact, police put out a statement via Facebook today addressing rumors that there had been an arrest in this case, saying the rumor is false and this investigation is very much ongoing.
They had everything. They have my flight tickets, the rental car that we rented in Gulfport, Mississippi. Matter of fact, when I pulled into my driveway Monday at 3 p.m., I was in a car with Mississippi plates on it. And I mean, all of that's a non-issue.
Randy, minor thing, the dry cleaner had your shirt listed as a woman's XXL shirt. Just a mistake? That's your shirt. The dry cleaner listed your shirt with the bloodstains on it as a women's.
Well, my wife's white shirt had bloodstains on it too. So both of us had bloodstains on her shirt and mine. So because it,
So there are 2 shirts of blood on it.
Yeah.
The warrant only listed one.
The warrant only listed one. Where's the other shirt?
The dry cleaners.
So the dry cleaner calls and says there's blood on.
I don't know what the dry.
What
I don't know the conversation between the cleaners and the police station. Okay, I don't know that conversation.
But you're saying there's blood on 2 shirts.
There's 2 shirts that's got blood on it. Okay.
And then, Randy, even though it's brought you this attention, would you say that you're glad that they're looking so closely?
You better
at all
believe
of this?
it. You better believe it. You better believe it. If they weren't, they wouldn't be doing their job. Okay, so by them doing this, it tells me that they're being diligent and doing their job on any tiny little whatever comes across is being looked at, and it should be. So that's great.
Do you have a photo of that Chihuahua? I know I keep a lot of photos of my dog.
No, my wife would have, but I don't have one. But but it's just a little.
That was
black and white.
That dog was her. That dog was a very precious animal to her.
Yeah, it
I
was.
mean, very.
What's his or her name?
Huh? Kilo.
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 Can you get your wife to email us a picture of the dog?
Well, we'll see.
Did you guys talk about anything else with the investigators other than the shirt and the dogs today?
Not really. We've been just sitting there waiting for you guys to show up. So.
And I know, Brandon, you've talked with investigators several times. You continue to do that clearly. I mean, how many times would you say you've talked with them?
Yeah. I've only had one. Formal interview that was early in an early stage of the game, but and they call me periodically, and I call them periodically because I think of certain things that I want to make sure that they're looking into. I even called them today, and I was like, "You need to look into this avenue. You need to look at this," and in 90% of the cases, they've already done it. So, but it's, I sit and I think about catching this person, and I think I just role play in my mind any possible leads that I can give, but in 90% of the times that I've reached out to them to provide them this information, they've already gone down the avenue.
And I know when we talked with you last, you had said that you believe she had walked in on a burglary.
I need to clarify that. When I came up here to review, now you got to remember, that was on Tuesday or Monday when I gave that statement?
I want to say it was Tuesday.
Okay. You got to remember, no sleep. I'm in bad health, and no, I do not believe that she was. I believe that she was targeted. Okay, that's my opinion. That's not any information that anybody provided me, but I believe she was targeted.
For what reason?
Yeah, for why? I mean,
Evidence, for reasons of evidence, I'm not going to say that. But there's no reason, if a person, you have to ask yourself, if a person's going to break into a church, what are they going to take? What are they there to steal? AV equipment? I work in a church. Some of the most expensive equipment in a church is AV equipment, or money from tithings from the previous day. Okay, those are the two things.
He claimed the blood was from an animal. DNA tests confirmed it was a dog with no human blood present. Brandon Bevers, Missy's husband, explained it came from his father's Chihuahua, which had been killed by another dog. Family members were ruled out as suspects. Hours before the murder, a 2010 through 2012 silver Nissan Altima was seen at SWFA Sporting Goods, a mile from the church. Captured on surveillance at 2 a.m., the car pulled into the lot and left a few minutes later.
Video of a suspicious car on the morning a mother and fitness trainer was murdered inside a Midlothian church. Could it provide the answer that has become really a national murder mystery. Hi, and good evening, everybody. I'm Steve Eager, first on Fox 4 News at 5:30 tonight. Police would like to talk to the driver of that car about the murder of Missy Bevers. She was beaten to death last April at the church as she got ready to teach a workout class inside. Police released images of a car they wanted to know more about, but now this surveillance video has surfaced. Fox 4's Natalie Solis at Midlothian Police Headquarters with the story. Natalie.
Well, Steve, Missy Bevers was murdered nearly 9 months ago, and now what people are talking about is that surveillance video from a nearby gun store, and it shows a vehicle clearly out of place. This is the surveillance video from SWFA Outdoors near Creekside Church of Christ in Midlothian from April 18th, a couple of hours before Missy Bevers' murder. A silver Nissan Altima slowly circling the parking lot. At one point, the driver cuts off the lights and turns them back on. The vehicle caught in multiple angles by the store's cameras. Police say this is the same vehicle seen in a surveillance photo released in May. They say they chose to only release the photo instead of the video because the photo contained what appeared to be a distinctive emblem or sticker on the back bumper. Police say they have yet to ID the car or its driver, but do not think it's tied to Bevers' murder.
We need closure.
Missy's husband, Brandon Bevers, is declining interviews, but did talk to Fox 4 when the photo was initially released.
I've pretty much exhausted every scenario and every avenue that I can think of who could have done this.
This is a murder mystery that has attracted national attention. The killer recorded on surveillance video roaming the halls of the church with a distinctive gait and dressed in police-style garb. The car video came to light after SWFA posted it on YouTube last month. The store's owner says he immediately turned it over to police after the murder, but it was only recently posted online after an attempted break-in. Creekside Church of Christ in clear view from the gun store windows.
In a strange way, I'm thankful for the attention that this is receiving. But it goes back to the fact that this happened in a house of God, and that's pretty disturbing.
Well, Midlothian police say that they would still like to talk to the person who was driving that car, if only to officially cross them off the list. Now, they also tell me that they did have a new person of interest as recent as last month, but that person has since been cleared.
Assistant Chief Kevin Johnson says the owner is not necessarily a suspect, but police want to know if they saw anything that could help the investigation. 2 hours later, the killer in tactical gear enters the church. Police have examined Missy's LinkedIn messages, including one creepy message from an unknown male, cell phone tower data of Missy, her family, and co-workers, and surveillance footage of the killer's distinct gait and height. Investigators also learned about financial struggles and marital issues.
Developing story, a killer still on the loose. Now new court documents show police look to social media for insight into a Midlothian mother's murder.
Investigators mined Missy Bevers' LinkedIn accounts for clues about who this masked figure may be.
She was killed April 18th at a Midlothian church.
Now, News 8's Rebecca Lopez is live tonight in Midlothian. So, Rebecca, you spoke to police about what's in those warrants.
Well, Midlothian police are casting a very wide net into Missy Bevers' life, basically looking at all aspects from who she was communicating with on social media to the relationship with her husband. They have executed multiple warrants, and today they released some of those warrants. It's been nearly a month since Missy Bevers was found murdered inside Creekside Church, and police are still busy trying to catch her killer. Warrants released today confirm what News 8 has heard from multiple sources, that police are looking into who Bevers was communicating with. A friend of Bevers told police a man messaged the victim just days before the murder. The message was from a male unknown to them both, and they both agreed that the message was creepy and strange. A second person they looked at was a man on Bevers' LinkedIn account. The warrant states the man was having flirtatious and familiar conversations with the victim. For weeks, News 8 has heard of troubles in Bevers' marriage. Police also searched her phone and her husband's phone. A portion of these messages, as well as deleted messages recovered, indicate and confirm statements and tips provided to police of an ongoing financial and marital struggle, as well as intimate and personal relationships external to the marriage. In this batch of warrants, police requested the data off 8 people's phones, including a fitness counselor and his wife. He took to Facebook to defend himself after rumors circulated that he had been arrested. He wrote, "Phone started blowing up an hour ago, waiting for kid drop-off and doing work around the house, just like any other day. If you have heard otherwise, you have heard wrong." News 8 is not releasing the names in the warrants because sources say they are not considered suspects. Police also requested from AT&T all the cell phone numbers of people that made a call on the morning of the murder between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. within a 5-mile radius. They want to know who was talking at that time. Also, just because police did execute these warrants on particular people does not make them suspects. In fact, police continue to look at other people and other leads.
Though no family members are considered suspects, a reward of $20,000 is currently offered for information leading to an arrest. A killer walked into a church. They waited and walked back out. They were caught on camera. They left nothing behind. And nearly a decade later, they're still free. So the question remains, was this a perfect disguise or a perfect plan? Rest in peace to Missy Bevers, and my condolences to her family.